Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Melissa Musulo. I'm your new fitness bestie. If you're here, chances are you watched my last video about how I lost 140 pounds using Wegovy. Or maybe you're here because you're on one of these medications or about to start yourself. It's an incredible tool, but I know firsthand that it can feel really overwhelming sometimes. So I've broken down my 10 simple rules for success on GLP-1s. These aren't strict, these are just guidelines and mental practices revolving around the 3 core aspects of how I've lost weight through movement, through mindset, and through meals. All of this is to help you get the most out of your treatment without feeling some of the burnout that some people feel from taking these medications. So let's dive in. Rule number 1 is always prioritizing protein. These medications are going to reduce your appetite by quite a bit, so it's important that we make every bite count. Focusing on protein can also help you keep muscle mass, which tends to be an issue when you're losing weight this quickly, and it's also going to keep you feeling full for way longer. So think lean meats, Greek yogurt, lentils, a good protein powder. You're going to need to make it the star of every meal. Focus on what the protein is going to be first, and then you can kind of build around that. Rule number 2 is prioritizing strength training. My second rule is about movement and more specifically weight training. When you are losing weight quickly, you are running the risk of losing muscle mass along with the fat loss. And so your best defense against this is going to be weight training. And you don't need a gym, right? We can do this with body weight exercises, with resistance bands. We can do this with light dumbbells at home. What you're gonna aim for is training 2 to 3 times a week to make sure that you're maintaining and growing that muscle group. Rule number 3 is embracing the imperfect day. And this is crucial for your mindset. This whole weight loss journey, I know journey is so overly used, but it really is because it is a journey. It's not about perfection. It's going to be day in and day out, you trying to adjust your lifestyle to something that you probably haven't done before, and you need to give yourself a little grace. That means that not making it an all or nothing approach. There's gonna be days where you are not gonna work out, where you're not gonna be hitting protein goals or nutrition goals. There's gonna be days where you're gonna want to have comfort food. All of that is okay, and all of it is actually, all of it's more than okay. And instead of letting that one bad meal or that one bad day or week derail your progress, you have to just get back on and just keep going. Perfection is going to keep you from progress. And the point is to just get yourself back on track on that next meal or on that next day. You don't need to wait for the week to be over or the month to be over. And self-compassion is key on this. And then rule number 4 is choose slowly and stop when you're 80% full. I talked about how these medications slow your digestion in another video, but essentially eating too quickly can really lead to discomfort and sometimes some GI issues. So for me, I had to basically learn how to and then practice mindful eating, sort of not being a gabon.
Let's get back to that gabagool.
Okay. And throwing it all down as fast as I could, putting the fork down in between bites, savoring the meal, making it a moment and trying not to multitask and just be eating at the same time as doing something else. Also, the Japanese culture has something great that they call hara-hachi-bu, which is basically eat until you're 80% full. Essentially, what you're gonna do is really learn about your hunger cues and learning when you are almost reaching that full point and to stop when you are slightly before that. My 5th rule, and this is crucial for my mindset, was finding a non-food coping mechanism. You hear me? A lot of people, food can be a stress relief, right? And these medications can quiet that food noise. However, they don't necessarily erase the underlying feelings of why we might be turning to food in the first place. So here's where you can identify healthy alternatives. Things like going out for a gentle walk in nature, journaling, talking to a friend, doing some light stretching, listening to your favorite music. Stack a bunch of things up in your head so that you can go to it when you need something to comfort you. You can fall back on these healthy alternatives. Rule number 6 is carry electrolytes. Now, I've gone from being the person that used to need electrolytes after a heavy weekend of drinking to being a person that doesn't really drink at all anymore. However, electrolytes are still super crucial. In fact, it's necessary when you are taking a GLP-1. Some of the side effects of this medication can be nausea, and a reduced appetite can sometimes lead to dehydration, which will just make you feel worse. To combat that, try to get in as much hydration as possible by drinking water, of course, and then additionally trying to supplement with hydration packets. So keep a sugar-free electrolyte powder or tablets handy. Add them to your water, especially on injection days, and you will see a surprising difference in how you feel. And for rule number 7 is listening to your body. There are going to be days, like I said, where you are going to not want to be moving around, and that's okay. Part of this medication is learning about your body, again, from the beginning. And for me, after my injection, around 24 hours after I would take it, I would start to not feel great. And on those days, I wasn't pushing myself. You know what I'm saying? Don't force yourself to do things just because you feel like you have to or because they're on the calendar. Learn how to say no, even saying no to yourself. Pushing through discomfort when your body needs rest is counterproductive. Prioritizing rest and gentle movement, like some stretching or a yoga flow, can really help. And if that's all you can manage, that's all you're gonna manage. Self-care over strict schedules, baby. Rule number 8 is controversial, but it is celebrating non-scale victories. The number on the scale is really just one piece of the puzzle. It does not account for muscle mass, amount of fat that you have, the amount of water that you're retaining at the time. There's so many different factors that play into that number, and you cannot base your entire scale of happiness or worth or success just on that. There are other ways that you can measure success. Are your clothes fitting better? Do you have more energy? Are you getting better sleep? Are you moving with less pain in your joints? Are you not winded now when you get to the top of the A train stairs at Rockaway Boulevard? All of those things are non-scale victories. And most importantly, try to keep track of those things. If you have a journal and you're already journaling, that's great. I would throw in a couple of things in there about how proud of yourself you are when those things happen to you. Keeping a gratitude journal in general is always something that I recommend to people because it helps you keep your head above water when things feel overwhelming. And I'm sure many people feel like that lately. It's like... So yeah, make sure that you're journaling and you're keeping track of these non-scale victories because that number on the scale really is just one piece of the puzzle. Rule number 9 is besides protein is prioritizing fiber-rich foods. Now, I know that we all know that these GLP-1 medications can cause some GI issues, and constipation can be a common side effect because it slows down your digestion. Fiber is your friend here. Like, I don't mean just chugging a fiber powder drink either. I mean loading up on fiber-rich foods, things like fruits, vegetables, whole grains. These things are going to keep things moving a little bit smoother. And finally, number 10, and this is probably the most important tip that I'm going to give you, is get a therapist. For many people, including myself, food noise is a constant companion that you have in your head as you go about your daily life. And when that noise is gone and you are kind of left to your own devices for a while, it can be a little unsettling. I always recommend finding a therapist. I mean, in general, whether you're going through a weight loss journey or not, therapy is always helpful, especially for you men. Go to therapy. Therapists can provide a really valuable space for you to talk through your emotions. You can address any underlying eating patterns that you're starting to notice, and overall just help you build a better relationship with food. This is definitely a journey that could benefit from that type of support. Trust me, my therapist, me and my girl, we go way back and she's heard it all. It's important to have support when you're going through a big change like this. So there you have it, my 10 simple rules for navigating your GLP-1 journey. I hope this was helpful, and I hope this takes away some of the overwhelming feelings that you might have about taking these kinds of medications. Remember, this is your journey, and it is more than okay to do this imperfectly. If you found these tips helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. But I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What's your number 1 rule for success on GLP-1s? I want to hear it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.